stopping bell.
Just about ready to get the starting line for Fisher College. As Fisher College taking on CSJ men's basketball action. The start of the Sunrise Conference schedule right now.
At guard, number 20, Casey Purcell. At guard, number 23, Lewis Williams. At forward, number 24, Dennis Loper. And at forward, number 32, Oscar Rail.
I tell you, there's been some tremendous rivalry games between these two schools. And there's been some physical play and some real spirited play, and I don't think today's going to be any different. Now we'll get the CSJ starting lineup. It's Tony Wilburn coming out. Wow, Triplett Jr., Patrick Triplett Jr. getting a start today. Evan Yops. Raheem Smalls coming on. So KJ Jackson not getting the start today. And that's surprising to me. We'll see what transpires there, if he's injured or what the situation is. But we'll have the opening tip-off on Munger Vision. CSJ taking on Fisher College. It's been not only a good opponent, Fisher College, but this is the third game in a row. 3 days, 3 games against 3 tough opponents for CSJ. This is what we'll see what the team's actually made of their young squad. A lot of first-time players here. Smalls, Triplett come to mind. KJ Jackson, Rios, the younger Yops, the Tellerico boys. And, of course, Wilburn, number 14. This is his first semester, the second semester getting set to play. But 3 games for started Friday night with Castleton, then they took on Clarkson and now Fisher. You can ask for a tougher stretch of games in 3 days. I'm not really sure what the holdup is for, but there we'll have the tip-off. That's going to be Triplett Jr. taking the jump. So it's KJ Jackson not getting the start today. And it could be some elaborate strategy to save him for off the bench, because he does tend to get in foul trouble. The Saints in blue today, in case you haven't figured that out. They're in the dark blue uniforms today, and they'll get the first basket as Yops went to Smalls. Smalls during the warm-ups, I did have a chance to walk by him and just say good luck to him. And he talked about being in the right frame of mind, being heavy, playing heavy to play correctly. And he seems to be in the zone early as Wilburn in a 2-2 game will take it to the hole, roll it up and in. Wilburn with a strong move. I know Wilburn wasn't happy with his play yesterday against Clarkson. Off to a much better start today with that basket. That's off from the foot of Hammond. Up and no good. Rebound tipped around and on the floor. They'll shuffle it over, and there's the basket by number 24, Norford. Yeah, and Triplett, as the official called timeout, Triplett trying to see Coach Bartlett with the concerned look as Triplett says he's okay, and he's flexing that right knee. It's got a brace on it already, and they're going to go with him, let him go. So Hammond in the back court will pressure Ryder. Ryder, to me, I don't know. He can't be a candidate for Player of the Year in the Sunrise Conference. To be just quite frank with you, I can't think of a more dedicated, determined, better player, better sport, just lives and dies Saints basketball than Ryder. I can understand the expression coach's dream now. Evan Yops getting things going with a hard move to the hole. And the English major coming up. Now, it's already been known that Friday night they come from behind, big win over Castle State College. And then, you know, I didn't think the second half against Clarkson. I thought Saints played very good basketball in that second half. You would expect them to come out a little physically tired, a little mentally spent in the early portion of that game after having the huge, in their minds, game against Castleton. And now against Fisher, they look pretty fresh here at the start of the ball game. Of course, they're very young, you know, 19, 20, 21, 22. They should be able to recover physically. Look at the steal by Wilburn, and he'll go up short and get it. 4 points for Wilburn. Already a better game than what he played yesterday. And so Hammond making the call out. Fisher College has been one of the top teams in the Sunrise Conference the last several years. And they got Jobst on the hold. They're going to call it the push, but
Number 22, Evan Jobst.
and Jobst will pick up his first personal. Ball will be taken out of bounds by number 23, Williams. Lewis Williams, an outstanding player for Fisher College, and he's had some big games against the Saints. That's a long three. Triplett Jr. with the rebound, and here comes Ryda. Ryda behind the back will chase down the ball. Got a little bit to the left side of him, and he'll give it back now to Wilburn. Wilburn, just his third game for the Saints. A lot of it, too, could be just, you can practice all you want with the team and this and that, but you can actually get in actual game situations. Triplett Jr. with a nice turnaround jumper, 10-4 CSJ. Tell you, there's some good old-fashioned basketball being played down in the low blocks, and that's going to be a nice up fake by Oscar Brown, and then the shot made. Hammond will get called for the reach. Yeah, Ryda just too strong for him physically. I can tell you that right now, just watching the matchup. That's going to be a good matchup all day for CSJ to go to right there. Ryda a lot quicker, too, than people would have gave him credit for coming into a college basketball career. We know how great he was at West Rutland. But, boy, has he really shaped himself into a college basketball player. I'll have the Grand Union player of the game at the conclusion of the contest. Evan Jobst with a bucket. The English major with another A there on that effort. Another long three, no good. Rebound out from the hands of Triplett, and no front rim to Raheem Smalls with the rebound. It's a 1-on-2 and strip foul. Lewis Williams got in there and got the hand across the wrist. Two shots coming up for Jobst, who I didn't think could run that fast, but he get down the floor and get open. And so Evan Jobst will head to the line now.
Evan Jobst to the line.
And get a couple shots here. It's 12-6 CSJ, 7:16 to go in the first half of play. The first foul on Fisher College's Lewis Williams, third on the team, and the shot up and good. Oh, Saints, night and day in their start here. I know it's a different opponent from Clarkson, but they just look refreshed. They look rested. They look ready to go. They look juiced, ready to play. And Jobst with nothing but twine on a couple shots there. Ryda matched up on this end of the floor against Williams. The help came over late. Yeah, got some hand checking going on, maybe a hold call, but the help defense came over late. And they're going to call a push. Whatever, it'll be the foul called on Ryda, his first personal. So the Fisher College squad in those bright yellow uniforms look like the Lakers. Yeah. Brown. Yeah, he actually hit the bottom of the backboard. They were trying to get the pass to Hammond, and that was Oscar Brown. Had the right idea. Actually, Hammond was open. If the pass would have been down, he would have led to an easy shot for him. Whether it would have made it or not, it's another thing. But Ryda. That's the help defense for that time that Fisher brought up to help out with Ryda, and the missed shot. I tell you, Jobst played just enough defense to alter the shot and not pick up the foul. The shot was missed by Purcell. Wilburn, there's the kick out. Triplett traveled. Yeah, he tiptoed on his feet there, and Daniel Nance, number 50, going to be coming in the ballgame for Fisher College. The Falcons, that's what Fisher College is called the Falcons. Of course, CSJ, the Fighting Saints. You got yourself one heck of a basketball team right here in your own backyard at Rutland. And I'm going to have a push called. Yeah, it's going to be Wilburn picking up the foul this time. And that is the call. It's Nance and Triplett Jr. getting to know each other there. A little exchange of hands on each other. That's tipped, and Jobst able to knock it back. It'll be picked up by Purcell, and he'll be left alone in the corner. It'll come to Hammond. Hammond's tried a couple long-range threes and come up empty, and he's going to try another three, and he's not empty this time as he'll drain it. 14-9 CSJ, Jobst. And you see Raheem Smalls able to chase that down, and plenty of time on the shot clock. That's not an issue. And Ryda. Yeah, that should have been a foul call, but instead they said the ball went off from Fisher College's Norford. I agree, Coach Coach Bartlett asking for the foul instead of the ball because it actually did go off from Ryda. So they didn't call the foul and they didn't get the possession correct, but it'll become CSJ basketball. 15:56 to go, 20-minute halves, overtime if necessary. And that pass was intended for triplet. Purcell with the steal, now Hammond with the basketball. Oh, you can't leave him alone like that. I mean, he missed it, but you can't let a shooter shoot. And, oh, what a steal by Hammond. That's a great defensive play. Yeah, that's just a great defensive play. I don't know if Wilburn, even in this moment, knows what happened on that play. Yobs holding the ball up top will go to Ryda. 14-11. Ryda goes all the way across the baseline. Yobs waits for the screen by Wilburn. Will go up, and Yobs feeling it. Oh, I tell you, Evan Yobs must have got up shooting today as he'll get that shot. He hasn't missed yet from the outside, and that's really not his game, but that was, I think, his third perimeter shot that goes. Nance fades, fires, no good. So one and done, and Smalls will outlet the defensive rebound into Wilburn. To Yobs, he'll attack the hole, reverse it, and whoa, that was ugly. He'll miss the shot. And it's a 3-on-1, and Ryda will let Lewis go. Oh, he'll get it. Actually, Lewis Williams. Ryda will lose the basketball to 3-on-2. Stop, pulls up, got to have timeout. CSJ getting a little loose right now. He's going to go to Rios, Coach Bartlett will. Rios coming in off the bench. It's a one-point ball game, 16-15. It's been a little combination of the Saints getting a little sloppy and handling the basketball, and also the fact that Fisher College has ratcheted up the defensive pressure. Smalls with the bucket, that hit the deck. He'll get up and get back into play. Lewis Williams off bounce, no good. Long shot, misses, and Yobs has the ball stripped away, and Triplett will have the good hands to hold on to the loose basketball. He'll come up to Wilburn. Wilburn behind the back, takes the bump, goes up, and got it. Oh, Wilburn! Best he has looked in all three games for the Saints is right here. And Hammond. See if they're going to set the screen up for him. If he's going to go on top or below it, they had to switch up, and Wilburn changed. Oh, Purcell got fouled. Yeah, I think it's on Wilburn. Oh, Smalls will pick up the foul. Okay. What happened there is the initial defender overcommitted.
Number 20, Purcell.
And that's why they were able to take him off the dribble. So Purcell will end up at the line, shooting a couple, and that's already the fourth team foul on CSJ. First foul on Smalls.
Substitution, Brendan Rios.
And Rios is going to come in for Ryda, and that should push Wilburn to the point. Now Rios had a phenomenal game against Castleton State College and did play very solid against Clarkson, but they need Rios to be Rios today. When he shoots, when he comes off a screen and shoots and doesn't think about it, he's extremely good. When he starts thinking way too much, he gets bogged down in his head and doesn't let his natural athletic ability just flow. That's when he struggles. Rios to Smalls, 2017 CSJ triplet. Going to bring the pass back up to Rios. Yobs wanting to post up, turns, foul. I tell you, Yobs for a 6-footer, and I'm maybe 6'1". I think I'm being generous here. He knows how to play in the low post. It's a shame that he couldn't grow to be 6'5", 6'6", because he would be unstoppable in the low post. Right now, he just works so hard. He knows how to use his body, and he's bulky kid, muscular, bulky, and he can bump around down in there and create some space. He'll make that free throw. He's having a big first half, Yobs does. And his second shot will roll in. That'll put the lead back to 5, 22-17. Oh, believe me, this is going to be a tight one throughout the contest. Fisher College changing up a lot of combinations out there, people on the floor, and it's going to be last touch by CSJ, and the ball will go out of bounds to Fisher College, and it's going to be actually number 11, Murphy, going to bring the ball in play. Yes. 24 seconds on the shot clock. As Purcell and Williams back in the basketball game for Fisher College. Did somebody, yes, CSJ calling a timeout, 22-17, Fighting Saints with the lead, 12:50 to go in the first half on Munger Vision. Break out of the box formation, looks inside, nothing happening, goes to Nance. Mid-range jumper, and he got it. Daniel Nance with his first bucket of the ball game. It was a swish by Rios. Right there is what I was talking about, yeah. As Murphy will fix the net. And they reset the shot clock. They don't reset it, they reset it. And it's shaping up to be a typically great basketball game. In Coach Bartlett's first year, CSJ came into the seniors night, their last game of the year, needing the win against top-rated Fisher College to qualify for the Sunrise Conference Tournament travel called. And not only did they win that game, they won it by over 20 points in a crushing performance that stunned Fisher College. Of course, Fisher College would have the last laugh that year as they eliminated CSJ in the Sunrise Conference quarter semifinals with relative ease. Last year, same deal, man. You talk about some good games between these two schools, and that should carry right on here. 25-21 on the made basket as Ryda, Evan Jobst, and Rommel Anderson going to be coming to the basketball game for CSJ. Rios got it. Rios 2 for 2 from the outside. And we have an injured player, Murphy, making his way over to the sideline. Hammond was coming in for him anyways. Nance will sit down, and Oscar Brown will take his spot on the floor. As that will be the changes. Nobody else? No, we're all set. And Derek Hall, number 12, in it for Fisher College. I'd missed that. So Lewis Williams will bring the basketball up the floor. And 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. 7-point lead for CSJ. Purcell up under, and that was an awkward-looking shot. And Lewis Williams able to just casually come in and slap the rebound to himself outside. The move, the double clutch, and the basket will count by Williams. So the basket's good, and one coming up for Williams. Cuts the lead to 28-23. Yes, Smalls will pick up his second personal foul. That's a big foul with still 11:16 to go in the first half of play. And he'll roll it in. So Hammond in the backcourt with Ryda. Ryda had a very good rest on the bench. That was with the addition of the second semester of Wilburn. One thing they were hoping was for Ryda to be able to rest, and that will rim out Smalls. Going to take it right back up, and Smalls, no. Up, yes. Dane Jobst got the offensive rebound and drew the foul, and he's going to line to shoot a couple.
Foul number 20% of the foul.
So Evan Jobst's younger brother, Dane Jobst, at the line. His first year playing college basketball. And he has had moments this season where he has shown out there, and he's had moments where he's looked like a first-year college player. It's usually a bumpy ride your first year, or up and down ride.
Back in the game for the foul.
And Dennis Norford, number 24, will check in on the second shot here for Fisher College. And Jobst, I thought he rushed on that first shot. Takes his time and swishes it. And we've just hit the 11-minute to play mark in this first half of play. Anderson got beat off the dribble, and the shot made from the outside by Norford. Ryda always works so hard every second of the ball game. To Rios. And Fisher College now picking it up intensity-wise with the defense. Anderson will dribble off his foot. It'll be picked up by Hammond. Rios back. And on a 1-on-2, there's Purcell fouled. Yeah. There'll be shots coming up. It'll be Anderson called for the foul.
Foul, number 10, Reveal Anderson.
That's his first personal, but also the team's 6.
20% at the line.
And Purcell at the line. A deep bench this year, a big bench and deep bench for Coach Bartlett. Like I said, he's gone out and done his homework in recruiting some quality players and people to CSJ. So 29-27 CSJ, and Purcell's second shot. Good. You see Ryder. Boy, that's... Yeah, that was a good play by Hammond. Ryder trying to sell it, but it did go off from his foot out of bounds. Oh, yeah. This is a... you don't hear a lot about it because CSJ doesn't get a lot of ink. You know, I've covered them basically every home game for I don't know how many, 15 years, 14 years. Other than the 2-year break in between. Double dribble, foul. Yeah, Hammond reached in there. Ryder just out-physicaled him that time, and we'll call the foul. But I've seen some tremendous play and teams and games and championships down here at CSJ, and it's just good stuff. But this rivalry, Fisher College and CSJ, this has been a dandy. Ryder lost his balance. He'll pick up the basketball, and wow. Rios, he's got 2 3-pointers in the ball game. They wanted to screen and roll, and Purcell played it well. And they'll call a foul on Norford as he was on the floor.
Foul on number 24, Norford.
And you can see, I was just watching the head coach, David Lindbergh, and he is an excellent head coach. He wanted an explanation of how Norford committed the foul sitting on the floor. And that shot will drop. All right, so it's already ratcheting up the intensity and the trash talking and the chippiness, and that all makes for a great basketball game. That's all I got to tell you. Those are good ingredients for some fan-friendly sports. Oh, great job of posting up. That's a great no call. That's a great no call. First of all, Yops should never let him get the ball that low. That's the first mistake, was just where they let him receive the basketball. And then the dive was to try to save himself from getting corrected, but that was a good job on the no call. That was a great offensive move. Anderson with a running one-hander, no good. The tip back, no good. The tip back, look at Smalls! Raheem Smalls was huge on that play. He was the Grand Union player of the game yesterday against Clarkson. Dan Yops with the steal. Will he flush it? He'll go up and get the layup. Tell you what, Yops made up for that mistake earlier. Where's the big guy? There he is. Oh, yeah. Leichman liking it. And it's going to be the Saints by 5, 35-30 with 8:56 to go in the first half on Munger Vision. That was a Fisher College timeout, and it was a very spirited timeout, and I wish I could tell you word for word, but it was a let's play harder, let's get in their face. This is not the way we want to play, and they want to pick up the defensive intensity down the floor and then get movement on offense. It's going to be in the basket as Norford got a little bounce there and helped them out. Wilburn back in the basketball game, number 14. He's handling the ball against Lewis Williams. Norford will cross over, bring it right up over the center court low, going Rios. You see how they extended the defense on Rios after he hit those 2 threes. Wilburn up. There's the dish off to Yops. He'll lose his bounce travel. Yeah, it took a slow motion effort, but it was definitely a travel, and the ball will go over now in a 35-32 game. Saints will lead, but Fisher College with the basketball. 8:19 to go in the first half of play. 17 fouls on Fisher, 6 on CSJ. Again, they got the ball in low, easy, too easy as the ball goes down in the blocks. Wilburn, as they had covered Ryder with Hammond, denied him the basketball. Rios pulled down the shot this time. And you can see the intensity he's picked up an awful lot on the Fisher College team. And Lewis Williams, yeah, going to get the blocking foul. Yeah, well, that's called attacking the attacker. When you're being attacked defensively, the best way to handle that is what Ryder just did. Because when you're attacking defensively, you're coming forward, almost overcommitting to the ball carrier, the ball handler, and that's just what happened. So Ryder came right at him, and again, it's going to be a blocking foul on Williams. That's a great explanation, too, by me. Sometimes it's scary what I come up with. I like the critics of me who don't think I know anything about basketball. Just kind of stumbled through 50-some-odd years of life doing it. Right, I will get it. So he'll try to save and get the second one also here. 36-34, CSJ with the lead. And Jamie Ryder, perfect on the second shot. Lead will go to 3 now, 37-34. The girls' game was won by Fisher College, and what was a ugly contest. A lot of trash talking, technical fouls, some shoving and pushing, and that was the good parts of the game. Oh, that women's program at CSJ, man, that needs a mechanic to fix it, let me tell you. The throw over the top triplet was open. They just couldn't give him the ball down where he was. He tries an off-balance jump shot, fadeaway, with plenty of time still left on the shot clock. But he's young. He's a first-year player at college. They'll roll the ball down to Brown, and tell you what Brown did. He's starting to use his height and his girth, his advantage and his size over Yops this time as he just bumped him to create space to get the shot off. And that's a very good experience, very confident offensive player to do that. Smalls is going to be coming back in the ballgame for CSJ. Ryder on the baseline. Oh, they almost called the foul. The official started to raise his arm. Yeah. Yeah. The coach got a great point, Coach Lindbergh. He said, you want to know how he got out of bounds? He got bumped out of bounds. You want to know how it couldn't be a foul? And that was some home cooking for CSJ right there. Smalls coming in for Rios. Yops will come over to the sideline. He'll take the ball out of bounds with 6:37 to go in the first half. Saints down by 1, 38-37. It's been a back and forth contest, and it will probably continue to be like that throughout the whole afternoon. Yops. Yeah, I got to tell you, that's a great job by Purcell of drawing the foul. But if you want to talk about embellishing, that was an awesome job of diving. It was a correct call, a good call. But man, oh, that's right, it's almost Oscar and Academy Awards nomination series. He would have got one for that fake. Ryder, Hammond. That's been a fun matchup. That's off the foot of Wilburn, and the clock will stay at 26 seconds on the shot clock. Of course, Fisher College with a deep, deep bench, as always. I mean, I looked at the roster, and it was impressive to look at when I come into the gym with their all gold uniforms on as a team, like a little army of gold men. They'll go to Hammond, they'll isolate this side for him. Yeah, they want to go down low to Brown. They'll throw across Purcell. There's the overcommitment, there's the lane, there's the basket. That's just bad defense. And I don't mean that negatively against Wilburn, but you can't go full throttle out of control at the opponent on the edge. Not in basketball. All you got to do is wait as the offensive player and then take him off the dribble. And it's not even taking him off the dribble. That's got to be a foul against I'll tell you what, to be blunt, Yobbs got screwed on that call. He got bumped and ground on the drive by Purcell, and that should have easily been a foul before the shot on Purcell. That's horrific officiating. I had a great angle on that to watch that go down through there. And that's 3 fouls on Yops, on Evan Yops. That's huge. No, rebound comes out. Ryder can't control it, but he'll tip it. Up and no. Couple close misses. Hammond will race through and get it. Yob's still in there with 3 fouls and 5:16 to go in the first half. I thought they might make a move off the bench to protect him from getting the fourth. Hammond pulls up, and no. Hammond fouls it up, yes. Yeah, they've got to do something about the second chance points. Hammond, a lot of trash talking between him and Ryder right now. Rios to the scores table. I can only speculate he'll be coming in for Yobs. Sloppy play inside. Here comes Lewis Williams against Wilburn. Purcell along the baseline, and Yobs will pick up the loose ball, and Yobs lining up, will stop, spin, go up, and left it shot. Offensive rebound, got it! Smalls there for the offensive putback as the action just flowing up and down the court. 42-39, Fisher College. Triplett down working hard, trying to deny the ball to Brown. A lot of holding. I see a lot of jerseys being pulled on back there, and they'll come out to Hammond. Now see how Ryder didn't overcommit on the original shot up, and Hammond got it. 44-39, Fisher College. Yeah. Then a timeout taken as Hammond again was anticipating that behind the back dribble by Ryder, and it's going to be a timeout by Fisher College. They're up by 5 with 3:56 to go in the half. Yeah, so one thing the Saints have to do right now is they're trying to stand toe-to-toe and just keep slapping each other in the face and spitting each other in the face. They got to go back to settling down and playing basketball, you know? Get your assignments, get your spots, do your fundamental things right. Like that, up and got it! Rios with the bucket! Rios having a big game offensively, brings the Saints back to winning 3. It's 44-41. And again, with the Sunrise Conference play opening today between these two schools, I mean, it's stating the obvious, but, you know, you've got to win your conference games on your home court. Hammond left alone, almost a set shot the way he shoots it, and it'll drop through on him. He doesn't really coil and jump and extend. He's like an old-fashioned set shot, like in the 50s and early 60s of the NBA. Rios, good hands. His pass across and backed up by Wilburn, went through the hands of, on the short hop of Ryder. Wilburn was the right idea. He needed more air underneath the ball, and that'll be saved back to Smalls. Tough shot. Got it, Smalls! Angling back, or as he calls it, playing heavy, and he'll get it. Wilburn tipped the ball, and it went off from the hands of Purcell out of bounds, off from Fisher College, and Triplett will take the ball out of bounds. We're going to have Hammond stay in the back court with Ryder. Most of anything, just soft pressure this time. Yeah, they want to see that. See, he went behind the back again. That's how they anticipated that steal before. Smalls will get it. Raheem Smalls having another big game also. And don't forget, somehow I got to choose a Grand Union player of the game, and they'll get the donated shirt from Grand Union that says CSJ player of the game on it. Brown back to Hammond. This time they extend the defense out, and there's no shot. Now that helped drop down defense, that left Hammond open. Offensive rebound blocked, and jump ball called. Saints with a good defensive effort that time. As Nance, number 50, coming in the ball game for Fisher College. He'll replace Brown. Lewis Williams taking the ball out of bounds on the baseline for Fisher College. Wilburn there to deny the inbounds pass. Purcell open off the screen. No. Good box out by Triplett. He had the inside position. Saints looking for a tie or the lead here this trip down the floor. Oh, Rios needs some help. Oh, what a drop step with the pivot. And here comes a 2-on-1. And then to give back, Williams up, got it. Smart play by Ryder. He didn't need a third foul there. Rios lets it fly. No. Smalls had inside position, and it should. Okay, I missed how that became. I gotta understand. I don't understand how it's not the Saints' basketball. He corrected it. Yeah, that was a big time miss, and he got it, and he corrected it. Yeah, because I mean, Hammond continued, his whole body continued out of bounds, landed out of bounds, and then he called Fisher ball, so he corrected it. Saints basketball. And a new shot clock. They'll have 35 seconds to work with. Minute and a half to go. First half, Saints down by 4. Oh, that's a terrible call. Rios called for the offensive foul. And I'll tell you what. Yeah, Coach Bartlett talking to Rios about if you're going to get a foul, we might as well make it worthwhile. Make it a real one. Minute and a half to go in the first half, 49-45, Fisher College. Hammond, that's some quickness. Showed Ryder the ball. You don't usually beat Ryder off the dribble like that. Showed him the ball, brought it back, and beat him to the basket for an easy layup. 51-45. Smalls. They spread the floor and let him take up the middle, and he'll draw the foul. Now, that's how creative a player he is, and he's strong. He's not like a thin, nimble, quick guard like Hammond. When he goes in there, he's like a freight train when he hits you, and he can carve out some space. Oh, he took one in a cup, so he'll have to walk that off. Oh, that lights you up pretty quick, let me tell you. All right, so he settles in at the line. 1 minute even to go here in the first half. 51-45, Fisher College. The Falcons with the lead over the Fighting Saints. That is the second foul on Oscar Brown. Each team with 9 team fouls apiece. And Raheem Smalls, that little hitch on the shot, and he'll miss the first free throw. Smalls taking his time, sighting the basket. Will go up and save 1 of 2. Cuts the lead to 5. Shot clock still in effect. About 22 seconds difference between game clock, shot clock. But I tell you, they'll call the foul on Wilburn, but I got to tell you, when Purcell's defending down this end, he's just riding the CSJ players like Rios, like Jobst, and he's getting no calls on it. So yeah, they got to level off the way they're calling the game there, and it'll be Lewis Williams stepping the line. Ramel Anderson, since it's a 1-on-1, should be able to come in right now. Oh, that's 10. That's 10 fouls. That's 2 shots. That's why Anderson waiting on the second shot to come in. And Dane Yopp also going to join Anderson as Rios and Ryder will sit down. Now, each of those players with 2 personal fouls. That's a nice coaching job there, keeping them from picking up their 3rd foul this late in the first half. And Lewis Williams will pick up that second shot. So Wilburn will run the point for the final 50 seconds. Wilburn to Anderson to the bucket. No. Triplett mistimed his jump on the rebound, and that's a double dribble travel. Okay. So Brown will be called. As they'll get set. And Triplett. Off the window and in. Tell you, that's his shot. I mean, it seems off balance, but he hits those an awful lot. Lead cut to 4, 52-48. No shot clock right now. Shot clock is off. They're going to play for the final shot. Hammond being guarded by Anderson right now. This is Anderson's, I believe, first time matching up with Hammond defensively. They'll give it to Purcell, and that's a good block. That's a good call. That's a blocking foul. As yeah. And 2 shots coming up. He was just late on the switch and stepped out late and got the foul called. Be 2 fouls now on Anderson. So with Triplett, Dane Jobst, Smalls, Wilburn, and Anderson. That's the 5 on the floor for Coach Phil Bartlett right now. Down by 5, 53-48. Purcell on the second shot. No. Oh, Nance went up and got it. Couldn't handle it on the takedown. And with 9 seconds left, here comes Wilburn. He's going to go up and roll it in. And Wilburn will get the bucket. Cut the lead to 3. Nance will be up, and no. That's the end of the first half of play. Fisher College with a 3-point lead over CSJ on Munger Vision. Yops getting the start in the second half with those 3 fouls, and that's something they have to really take care of and watch out for. They need him. He's one of the leading scorers with 10 points in the basketball game. Smalls with 13 was the leading scorer for CSJ. Hammond had 18, triplet up and blocked as Nance got in there a piece of it. That was Brown, I'm sorry. They got in there a piece of it. Lewis Williams up and count the basket. Wilburn will pick up the foul, and Norford will be going to the line. So that will push the lead to 5, a chance to make a 6 on the basket. And I'm looking for Wilburn. He's got 2 personal fouls. So Rios with 2, Smalls with 2, Wilburn with 2, and of course Evan Yopst with 3. Same 5 that started the ball game out there for Coach Bartlett. Smalls, Wilburn, triplet Ryda, and Yopst. And that pass, you see that Purcell was right on Yopst. There's the kick out the triplet. He'll lose the dribble, pick the ball back up, needs some help, and with a lot of time left on the shot clock, 14 seconds. Wilburn will glance up and get set now to reset the table offensively. They got Lewis Williams smashed up on him on the defense. Yopst behind the back, and 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and desperation up and shot clock violation. So the Saints on their opening possession turn the ball over and collect the foul. And then on the second possession, they will let the shot clock expire. So good defense by Fisher College. KJ Jackson with his warm-ups off now. I watched him in the first half. He didn't even have his warm-ups off. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if it's an injury or discipline or what, but he's a valuable part of the team, and they certainly miss him here today. And whether he'll be coming in later on or not, I don't know. And that'll be a foul as Ryda was off to the races. And that'll be picked up on Hammond. Hammond will pick up the foul. And that battle between Ryda and Hammond has been a decent one to watch all afternoon. And you can see the ball being taken side out by Evan Yopst. Again, the 3rd game in a row for the Saints. 3 days, 3 games, all against high-level opponents. You can get out and enjoy college basketball right in your own backyard here in Rutland County by watching CSJ basketball. What got Fisher College back in the game and the lead has been their defense. And the Saints resorting to shots like that. Purcell with the grab, kept, oh, that's got to be a couple different calls they didn't make there, and then the basket by Williams. Lead to 8, 58-50. Don't forget, though, the Saints an extremely resilient group. And KJ Jackson at the scores table getting set to check in for CSJ. And if he's healthy, he'll make a huge difference in the ball game. Goes up, and Purcell can't get the bounce to go his way. That's Oscar Brown. He'll get the offensive rebound. Triplet came down awkward, and they're going to stop play. And Triplet looks like he might have a high ankle sprain. I'll bring Mike Dorian onto the court, and he will check out Triplet. Patrick Triplet was able to get up and walk off and put weight on that ankle. And KJ Jackson in the ball game. The bad news is it's Fisher College basketball. Purcell glided along the baseline, took the shot. Yopst with the defensive rebound will hand the ball off to Wilburn, and Wilburn now giving the ball off to Ryda. Hammond, number 1 there defensively. He started the game off. Seemed like a little bit of a mismatch, but he certainly stepped forward now and is quite a force out there for Fisher College. Ryda on the reversal will get it. And they needed that one. It had been a good start in the second half for Fisher College. Lead now down to 6, 58-52. Fisher College would lead. And there's Jackson getting back in the position. Ryda was held, actually, and then the pickup by Smalls up ahead to Jackson. He's going to take it to the hole, and oh! I got to tell you, Purcell with a big smile on his face because, look at, he has drawn 3 crappy calls offensively against CSJ. I think I got to go with you, Phil, on this one. That's you can see one, but geez, if he believes those are really offensive fouls. He'll probably buy a used car from me. Big call. Wipes the basket off. Stays at 6 points. Williams pulls up and, oh, that's pretty. Wow, that's pretty. 60-52 on the basket made by Lewis Williams. Rios. Now they got to get Jackson involved in the offense here. Yeah, he screened and rolled, and they're just late getting him the ball. They give him the ball early, he makes it happen. Norford up, defended the shot by Smalls, went over and got it, and foul on the floor. And that was all done by Smalls' hustle to get to the basketball. So Oscar Brown will pick up the foul, and Wilburn will take the ball out of bounds. That's the third foul on Oscar Brown. He becomes the first Fisher College player to be in any type of foul trouble at all. And they'll bring Nance back at number 50. Yeah, and Ryda also on the bench for CSJ, getting a breather. I'm not sure, but the referee setting the lineup out there on the stack play. Yeah, Norford called for the foul away from the ball, was holding Smalls, who had earlier complained about that, and the official this time catching it, and it'll become a second foul on Norford, third on the team, and Saints will run the stack on the opposite side of the paint now. Rios takes the shot. Got it, Rios! That's 3 threes for Rios in the ball game. Cuts the lead to 5. Now they need some defensive stops. It's a good jump out to help by KJ Jackson. Then he got back into defensive position against Nance. Now they need KJ Jackson on the basketball team, so. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on the shot by Purcell. Only because he seems to be a magnet to be able to draw fouls is the call. So that'll be 3 fouls on Smalls now, and that's a big man to lose as far as offense and rebounding. You see Nance with the pass across Williams. Again, Wilburn overcommitted. Defensively, he's done that a lot in these 3 games. That shot, weak side rebound, will come down to Smalls. Rios puts the brakes on, lets the defenders fly by, and will give the ball up to Smalls now. There's the pass to Wilburn to the hole. No. Rolls around, and last touch by CSJ. Now, there's being aggressive defensively, and then there's playing under control defensively and being able to put the brakes on and move left to right to stay with your man defensively. There's Hammond, a little skip step there to get some traction on his hands. We'll give the pass off to Purcell. Yops with the 3 fouls there to guard Purcell. Oh, nice pass. And KJ Jackson lobbing for that. He jumped over his back, and he can't sell him. So 2 quick fouls on KJ Jackson. I don't see a lot of these calls, but then again, it's only an opinion on my part, and I do want the Saints to win, but. Hammond up, he double clutch, got it. They had Rios that time, a larger defender on him, he just shot over the top of him. 63-55, Fisher College by 8. Rios looking for another 3, not this time, and the rebound, 1 and done, and the long pass to Williams, he'll chase it down and finish it. Well, that's just getting beat in transition defense. And the Saints looking at that reserve tank to pull out another miracle like they did Friday night, down by 10 with 14:36 to go in the basketball game. Yeah, a well-placed timeout as the momentum definitely has carried over to Fisher College here in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half. Ryda to Rios. Ryda, Rios, Smalls, Jackson, and Yops. Evan Yops on the floor. Rios, no. But again, if he makes them, it's awesome. If he doesn't, oh, look at they release down the floor, and it's an easy one for Williams this time. Again, they're getting beat in transition and they're just losing their assignments, and that came after a Saints timeout. I like the idea of maybe working the ball down inside, either to Jackson, like that. There you go, guys. And foul. Come on the arm. Not that I'm questioning Rio's ability to make the 3-ball, but right now, he's too erratic as far as consistently hitting. Oh my God, he was coming up to take the shot, and they're saying possession, foul, ball out of bounds. Rios. As they double team Jackson this time, there's no way to get him the basketball. There it is, to the baseline. He'll roll, get hooked, reverse, and get the basket. And Jackson is a very viable offensive option for the Saints, and they need another option today. Cuts the lead back to 10, 67-57. As Ryder reached in and stripped the ball away, Smalls almost picked up his 4th, and Purcell from almost midcourt. And you talk about shot selection, questionable shot selection, wow. Especially with Nance and Williams and Norford and Hammond all out there. That was what they came up with for the best shot selection. He had to be 6 feet or further behind the arc. Ryder picked it up, got up in the air to Jackson, got it. And that's what they were missing in the first half. A consistent inside presence like Jackson. That'll bring Oscar Brown back in the basketball game very quickly. Oh, Jackson that time fell asleep on the defense. That's tipped by Hammond. Ryder saves it, comes forward. They got a 5-on-4. Now he'll curl back, and Hammond will get back defensively now. So between the circles is Jamie Ryder. Smalls will attack the hole. Oh, they're going to call that. I knew they were going to call that offensive. That's 4 fouls on Smalls. That's a big call. I don't have a problem with that one. That was a good call.
Foul on number 1, Smalls.
So Smalls will pick up his 4th. He's the first player for either side to pick up 4. Lead at 10 and 12:49 to go. A lot of time left in the basketball game. See Lewis Williams. There's the kick out to Nance. He'd been calling for the ball. Just unbelievable calls for it. Smalls with the rebound off the missed shot. Ryder into the front court with a quick push to Jackson. He'll step to the hole, get hooked, and count the basket. Jackson with 6 points in 3 minutes of play. Plus he's going to the line now for the and 1.
Foul number 15, Nance.
That play started, though, with the rebound by Smalls, the outlet pass to Ryder, the quick push down the floor, and give Jackson credit for being on the baseline already. Dane Yops will be coming in. He'll replace Raheem Smalls, who will sit down with 4 fouls. Oscar Brown back in there defensively. Number 32 for Fisher College. And Jackson can't nurse that one up and over the front of the rim and in, so the lead stays at 8. Purcell into the front court will come back to Lewis Williams. Williams trying to work off the screen, set Rios up to come inside, hung in the air and got it. Oh, that's great. He set the screen up and worked off the inside of it. Not the conventional way to use the screen. Yops gets the ball away from Purcell, is going to take it up, and Yops with the finish. 12 in the game for Yops. And again, I got to pick a Grand Union player of the game for the CSJ player of the game donated shirt. As Elijah Chisholm could be coming in for, oh, what a block from behind. And they're going to call Rios for the foul. That was a lot of ball. Must have been the lower body that he got him with.
Brendan Rios with the personal.
That's us in Norford to the line. 3 fouls now on Rios. So the foul's starting to mount up now for CSJ with 11:38 to go in the second half of action. 71, 72, 63 now. As Chisholm coming in for Purcell. And I like Purcell. He's actually, I mean, I'd take him on my team in a second. It's because I'm for the Saints so that I'm having a problem with him because he's just so clever and plays so well. Jackson will literally pick the rebound up off the floor and give the ball to Ryder. There's Ryder with a quick push to the front court. Hammond in position to stop him. He goes on top of the screen. Ryder, dribble came up front. He got the ball to Rios. Rios, nothing going on downside. Dane Yops with the bump from Chisholm. Wants to motor in, and Yops got fouled. Yeah. Tell you what, Dane Yops, the younger brother of Evan, but the same mentality, take it like a bull to the hole and draw the foul. You can hear the feet clapping down. It's like a herd of buffalo going through the paint. And each team now with 6 team fouls apiece. And Yops will step to the box now. He was talking up top for Evan Yops. So Dane Yops at the line cuts the lead to 8 at 72-64. And Coach Bartlett working the officials on the sideline. Like I said, he very tactician at managing the game. He's grown into the college coaching role. Hammond around Ryda puts the shot up, and that was tipped by Jackson. Travel, yeah. Yops losing his balance, collapsing on the floor, and he'll be helped up now. And yeah, not much to argue about that call. Overall, I think it's been a very well-called basketball game. I just, hometown fan. Norford to Lewis Williams. Came off the screen on a funny angle and take the shot anyways. That wasn't tipped, it was just an air ball. And Evan Yops literally has to shove the ball into the hands of Ryda. Hammond coming up behind him, and Ryda with a running one-hander short. Rebound, Jackson steps to the hole. Fouled! Jackson going to the line to shoot a couple. Inspired play here by Jackson, who set out the first half of this basketball game. I thought Jackson played well against Clarkson in the first half, and then he sat down with about 7 or 8 minutes left in that ball game. And like I said, I don't know all the nuts and bolts of why he wasn't starting today, but sometimes it takes a little tough love and a tough lesson to get the best out of your players. As Purcell back in for Norford. That's a change for Fisher College. 72-66. And the second shot by Jackson will keep the score at 72-66 as he missed on the right side of the rim. Williams, they'll slide the ball into Brown. They play a little inside-outside game now. See, I thought for sure he'd spin baseline. Goes to Hammond. No good. Rebound to Yops. He's good. Great body position by Yops. He's only about 6'1", but again, just unbelievable ability and knack. Oh, look at that pick on Ryder. You don't see that very often. And Williams lost the handle, goes up, misses the shot, tipped around. Going to be Saints basketball. Ryder twice today has had his pocket picked by Hammond. And like I said, you just don't see that often. That's how quick Hammond is. Wilburn going to be coming in the ball game. He'll replace Ryda. He looks like he needs a breather with the 10-minute mark. So 10 minutes left in the basketball game. 72-66, Fisher College. Opening game of their conference schedule. Boy, and I tell you, you can't get good stuff like this anywhere else up down at CSJ. Come on down, watch college basketball at CSJ. Become a Fighting Saint. Evan Yops from Dade Yops to the bucket. Cuts the lead to 4. And again, the Saints have this resiliency in them. When they get down by double digits, they just start all of a sudden putting the on switch on. Look at the nice jump out by Jackson. Now we'll get back into position. Yeah, bad angle defensively. Tell you, they were just fortunate that Chisholm mishandled the ball because he had nothing but the wing to come in on the baseline as Dane Yops came too high on the angle defensively. Both coaches have done an outstanding job today. As Evan Yops trying to play defense from his belly on the floor, will regain his footing now and get back there. Hammond from the outside, and no. Evan Yops with a one-handed rebound will come to Wilburn. Wants Jackson, 3-ball on it, no. Hammond. Rios pressured off the ball there, and he came up, put some pressure onto the ball, and then pulled back. Hammond gave the ball up to Lewis Williams. He'll just go up over Wilburn. That's a tough shot. He challenged. That's a one-on-one challenge, man-on-man there, and Williams not sure about that possession. There's a foul on Williams. That whole sequence just wasn't good for Williams.
Reaching foul.
from the shot selection to the foul there, 30 feet from the basket. And that is the 1-and-1. The 8th team foul will send Wilburn to the line.
1-and-1.
With 8:51 to go in the ball game. That's the 3rd foul on Lewis Williams. And the shot will miss. Dane Yops will get the missed rebound and recycle the offense out to Evan. Now they want Wilburn to come out and meet the ball, and he'll be picked up by Chisholm, number 10. Rios wanting to go down inside. Nobody awake. There's the pass to Dane Yops. He'll spin baseline. Tough shot. Got it. Oh, he didn't look like a freshman there. And they're going to take a timeout. Fisher College is seeing their double-digit lead shrink down to 2, 72-70 on Munger Vision. 8.5 minutes left in regulation. Saints run here in the second half with 8:25 to go, forces Fisher College to take the timeout. And it's the unsung heroes. Oh, blocked from behind. Get out of my house, Jackson says. Again, it's Jackson off the bench. It's Dane Yops off the bench. I mean, that's been the some of the key ingredients. Oh, man. What a break for the Saints. Norford missed. I don't know why he didn't dunk it, but he missed an open chance right there at point-blank range. Wilburn traveled. Oh, not he traveled. He tiptoed like a ballerina. Missed opportunity by CSJ. Oh, this has got the makings of one of those just brutal finishes, man. Hammond on the drive, hangs in the air, puts it up. You know, most of the time I question that, but that's a shot that guy can make a lot. He just was off the mark on that shot. I mean, he got the penetration below the free throw line and missed the shot. Wilburn to Rios. Tell you one thing about CSJ, besides the resiliency, it's just everybody contributes. I mean, they're all out there, new players, new to the school. Up and call the foul. Yeah, Rios, you can't play defense against Hammond backpedaling. That's going to be a problem right then and there. It was just trouble from the get-go. Rios picking up his 3rd foul.
Foul number 13, Rios brings Hammond to the line for.
Yeah, and Hammond going up there for the free throws now. Actually, it's 4 fouls on Rios. So Rios and Smalls each with 4 fouls. The Ops with 3, and that shot will not drop. Nobody coming off the bench to replace Rios. He's going to have a chat with Coach Bartlett. See if he's going to let him wing it with 4 fouls. No, he's going to come back to Smalls. Smalls with 4 fouls. He's going to come to replace Rios with 4 fouls. And Ryda also checking back into the basketball game. Evan Yops with an awkward catch. Works off the screen by Dane Yops. Lost his balance. That's a couple times today that Evan will lose his balance, and Wilburn. Boy, those are ticky-tack fouls right there. And the 1-on-1. Each team with 8 fouls, and I think Wilburn's going to be in that 3 or 4 range with the fouls also. 3 fouls on Wilburn. So now it just becomes 7 minutes of attrition for CSJ as they try to stay with the rotation off the bench. And Triplett, don't forget, had that high ankle sprain. Hasn't come back into the ballgame since leaving with Mike Dorian, the trainer. Fisher College with some crucial misses from the free throw line in the last couple minutes. Wilburn chose to come on the top side of the screen. And somebody's got to get Evan Yops some new sneakers. Oh, Yops! Hanging in the air! Will make the bucket. Hammond. That's Purcell from way outside. A rim out, tipped around and controlled by Smalls. It was Wilburn who tipped the basketball to Smalls, and now Ryda will run the point. 73-72. Fisher College with the lead, but the Saints with the ball. And see how they kind of settled it down, took care of their basketball. I'm not sure how that wasn't something. Up ahead to Williams, travel. Yep, he's got the same shoes that Evan Yops must have. Yeah, an easy call there. There'll be no pressure extended this time into the back court as Smalls and Wilburn, and I tell you the truth, they could have called a violation on an inbounds pass as Smalls was well over the line when he threw the ball into Wilburn. They spread the floor and isolate Wilburn against Williams. Now they'll come off the side on the elbow to Smalls. He's going to take it up, take the bump, go on the line. Yeah. Smalls gives you that luxury that he can play creatively like a point guard, and he's got the strength to play like a number 3 down inside. So Smalls, who was yesterday's CSJ player of the game. Again, that's a wide open category right now with the way everybody has contributed. No, boy, both teams the last couple minutes putting up some bricks. So Raheem Smalls, as he puts up the second shot, will get it. We are tied at 73, and there was a time the Saints were down by double digits here in the second half. By Williams. Just same thing at the other end. They isolated a creative player like Williams, like they did, CSJ did with Smalls, and let him come through and break down his defender. 75-73, Fisher College. Jackson first accelerated quickly. Nice recovery by Oscar Brown, and he blocked the shot and controlled the block shot. Purcell, they want to dump it down low. Norford, triple team, kicks it out. They'll swing the ball to the elbow. Purcell, up, over, got it. Lead will extend to 4, 73-77. Fisher College by 4. Jackson, soft pull up. No. Well, I'll tell you, Wilburn came in, almost got the rebound, and there'll be a foul called on one of the Fighting Saints down inside. That'll be Yops. That's 4 on Yops. That'll bring Dane Yops in to replace Evan Yops for CSJ. And we'll come down to the other end of the floor, and they'll shoot free throws. Actually, it's KJ Jackson coming out. So injuries and foul trouble really hobbling CSJ here in this basketball game. As Norford up, got it. Pushes the lead to 5, 78-73. And Norford would dance at the scores table. We'll have to wait to come in. Norford with the miss. Dane Yops into the front court. Will flip it back to older brother Evan. And they want to find Wilburn, and he'll come back to meet the pass. I made himself available for the ball. Wilburn in a lot of trouble right now. What a great pass. What a great pass. Trav, oh, what a job of not traveling. He kept the dribble going. What a play. No, should have been a foul there. This is great action. I got to tell you, Purcell, that was awesome. That was awesome. Purcell just stayed in tune to the court and made a basket out of what was just an impossible trip down the floor. That's highlight stuff. Oh, the steal by Williams. And the finish. Saints rattled right now, down by 9 with 4 minutes to go. This would be a big loss on their home court in the Sunrise Conference to drop the game to Fisher. You know, Fisher is a tremendous opponent. Wilburn behind the back. Wilburn off the Yops. Offensive foul. But I tell you, Purcell has just drawn his 4th offensive foul. What an asset he is to have on your team. That's a lost art right there, man. As Rios is going to be coming in for Wilburn? Yes, Rios for Wilburn for CSJ. That's Hammond. Able to ride it in the front court. We'll get the ball off to Purcell. 9-point lead, and the Saints in desperate need. Does travel. Yeah. No, he did. Saints in a desperate need of a defensive stop, and they got it right there with a little help from Purcell. Nance coming in for Norford. That's a Fisher College change right there. As Ryder backing up. Will He matched up at midcourt now with Hammond. I got to tell you, Hammond, Smalls with the bucket. They needed that one badly. Nice give and goal play. And Norford coming back. They must be playing offense-defense with the substitutions with Nance and Norford. So Smalls has been 50% from the line all weekend, looking to prove that right here as they need the bucket to complete the three-point play. Everybody's over the 10-team limit. That's 4 fouls on Oscar Brown also. 82-76, Fisher by 6, 3:30 to go in regulation. Williams took Rios off the dribble, gave the ball back to Purcell. Shot clock at 19, goes up, got it. That's tough. That's tough to defend, man. That's almost an impossible shot to defend. The Saints trying to avoid a 1-2 weekend on their home turf. Rios stripped of the ball. Brown ends up with it. Hammonds, if he was on CSJ, I'd give him the player of the game shirt. Purcell. He traveled, yeah. Again, the ball came up awkwardly to him off the court. And we're going to have a timeout taken, and there's the story on Munger Vision. 84-76, Fisher College. 2:45 left in the ball game. Tell you too, it's been a very well officiated ball game. I know I've had my moments I've moaned about it, but I'm just a hometown fan. They've done an excellent job actually of controlling this ball game. He traveled. Yeah, that's a good call. So we'll go to the inline, and who came in? KJ Jackson coming in for Triplett, who came in for a very brief second, got a very noticeable limp. And Coach Bartlett, I think, played doctor there, saw the limping, and took him out of the ball game. First of all, you don't want him to injure himself any further than he has. And second of all, you don't become a liability to the team not being able to keep up defensively because you're hobbled. Oh, Rios got beat bad, and Rios, I think, is done for the night. Hammond just took the freshman to school. And that is 5 on Brendan Rios. So they were without the services of Triplett with the limp, with the injury, and Rios just fouled out. That's a tough, tough matchup to go against Hammond. Evan Yops will come in with his 4 fouls. Nance checking in for Norford. That's for Fisher College. So as they finish changing dancing partners here, it'll be Hammond stepping to the line. Christian Hammond. Got it. 86-76, 10-point lead again. Boy, Ryder took it all the way in. Oscar Brown, I think that's his 5th. And he gets up holding the elbow. And that is 5 on Oscar Brown, and he will sit down. And Norford will come in and take his spot, number 24 in gold. Been a good weekend of basketball. I got to tell you, that Castleton State College men's game versus CSJ was one of the best games, rates right up in the top 20 games, and I've seen a lot of basketball over my lifetime. Called a lot of it. And like I said, it was great to see a team like Clarkson come here and watch their talent. But CSJ in the second half, I thought they played better than Clarkson did in the second half. But they built such a huge deficit up to overcome. And then this ball game today, I mean, this has just been good stuff. This is 2 guys sitting there just slapping each other in the face as hard as they can until one blinks. 86-77 on the made free throw. Another attempt coming up for Ryda. I'll have more West Rutland basketball for you as they come back home on my schedule. And Mill River basketball also. Now they need some defensive stops, and Hammond's going to be a tough guy. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time with Hammond to press and take the ball away, plus the foul trouble. Great look. Nance with the finish. Now push the lead back to 10. There's Yops can't get it. Tip, 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 tip. Got it. Jackson will make it an 8-point game. And right now, Purcell quickly into the front court. Now they'll spread the floor. Yep, there's the foul. And he should be gone. Yep. I believe that is 5 on Wilburn as he lobbies for an elbow. And he will sit down. So that's 2 players that have fouled out now for CSJ. And Dane Yopst will take his spot. So Big Dane coming in, or as I call him, Great Dane coming in.
Yopst, number 23 for the Saints.
Well, these are all 2 shots because everybody's got more than 10 team fouls. So it'll be 2 shots all the way. There's Lewis Williams, who's shown today what a great player he is. Taking position, 9-point lead. Not impossible to overcome with a minute and a half to go. Just going to take a lot of work. And there's one thing they needed to miss. Jackson will get the rebound. Ryda kicks it out. Yopst coming down the wing, puts up a soft running one-hander. That shot alone will earn him the CSJ Grand Union Player of the Game shirt. So Evan Yopst, for the 2nd time this year, will be the CSJ Grand Union Player of the Game. And they'll spread the ball. Well, with the shot clock, you can play defense like this. Shot clock still in effect. It's at 18 seconds. Oh, see, I don't get that. They let 21 seconds go off it. Why not just foul them early in a sequence? If you're going to foul them, just do it early and save time. I know they're trying to play defense and come up with the steal, but 21 seconds is a lot of time to decide to foul them. And Hammond, of all people, has Anderson going to be coming in for CSJ. He's going to come in for Dane Yopst. That was his first personal. Maybe they're going to explain that foul thing to him. I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm just guessing. Hey, kid does a good job. And, you know, he could have been. What I say doesn't mean I'm right, and I know that. I'm trying to tell you, I know what I say. I'm not saying to you it's the gospel. I'm just watching the game like you would at home and talking out loud. I just happen to be mic'd. That's a tough shot. Oh, my goodness! Yopst is turning into Michael Jordan here this afternoon. Leads down to 6, and Anderson will pick up the foul. And that will send Hammond back to the line. And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Ramel Anderson. Well, they're counting on maybe a 50-50 break here on the free throw line. He'll drop the first one in. Oh, this would be a big win for Fisher. Coming to CSJ. This is going to be a good win or lose. This was a good experience for those youngsters, those underclassmen on that CSJ team. That was unique. Smalls will go up, fouled. Boy, that's the last thing they wanted. Stop the clock and send somebody to the line to shoot baskets. And that hardly took any time off the clock. Nance will pick up the foul. Smalls coming up. Again, these are 2 shots, but he's been, unfortunately, just around 50% from the line this weekend. And he'll take his time as usual and take a look at the basket. Got it. Cuts the lead. Well, it has a 7 on the board, so I'll go with that.
One down, box out, guys.
Thinking just 39.2 seconds left in the game. Got them both this time. Makes it a 6-point ball game or a 2-possession game. But again, the Saints need stops. And yeah, they want to get the ball in the hands of Hammond. They're trying to play denial on Hammond. As Purcell will hold up top, and Purcell, at the time ticking down here, they waited way too long to foul. I can't believe they're going to take that shot. That was a bad decision. See the coach for well, I call him Boston College, Fisher College. He couldn't believe they took that shot with 16 seconds. Yopst got it. 8 seconds, and they've got the lead down to 4, but that's going to be it. So they'll walk it down, and what a great ball game.
And that looks like it.
Yeah. Well played. played, well coached, well called. 93-89. Congratulations to Fisher College. A great effort by CSJ. Get out there supporting CSJ basketball, and always support Munger Vision.